What's happening, guys? Cap over here, and welcome to our second week in charge of this team. We managed to pick up a victory in our very first week last week, which was incredible and surprising. Through all the odds, we did it. So we are no longer a team that is just trying. We are a team with one victory, and we wear that badge proudly. Anywho, be sure to smash that like button, sub to the channel. You guys have been supporting the ISL battles already, people. That's incredible. And we have a brand new squad in front of us, and in my opinion, this is sort of an upgrade from what we had last time. So let's check it out. We're taking on the Atlanta Shocks, coached by Easy Bake. So this is sort of a little vengeance game over here, and we want to redeem ourselves to Easy Bake and show them what we're made out of. So let's take a look at this team that we're bringing in today. He has a pretty scary squad. He changed his team and they already updated, and so I can't read it off to you. But we are bringing in Pew, the Mega Manetric, pretty much just standard. Hidden Power Ice by the Garchomp, Flamethrower is just good coverage, and dual stabbing momentum stuff going on over here, which is nice. T-Bolt and Volt Switch. We don't outspeed a Crobat, so that's something to keep in mind. Then we've got Pew, the Kappening with the T-Spikes. T-Spikes put on a lot of work against his team, and it puts a lot of pressure on his side to really do something, and it doesn't allow him to, you know, really beat my team too. So his only way of getting rid of hazards are the Desui and the Crobat. So either or, I'm okay if the Desui gets poisoned, and if he collects Defog, then I know that he's not an offensive variant. In which case, that's why it did a lot of damage. I don't have any investments. Oh man, sometimes I'm just disappointed in myself. Oh boy. All right, that explains one thing. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. That is really bad. Anywho, we have Pew over here with the Chople Berry, Curse, Rest, Sleep Talk, pretty much your standard. I can't believe I had no investments. I gotta double check that. I swear I had investments last time. Anywho, this is meant to take on Weavile with the Chople Berry, and even after one Curse, we put in a lot of work against his team, depending on what he brings and what he doesn't bring. So pretty much we take on a lot of things on his team. A lot of things. Pew is the star of this game, or this battle. It can really put in a lot of work, especially with T-Spikes too. Then we got the OG Pew, the guy who carried us on his back and really got us to our first victory. I'm still shocked about no investments. That's just surprising. Pretty much it's meant to take on Weavile once again and do a lot of damage with the Rapid Spin, just because Rapid Spin is nice to keep rocks off my side of the field. And man, oh man, Weavile's a big threat to my team, so I have another Chople Berry, another way to take on Weavile, because most likely he is gonna, like, for Snorlax, most likely he's gonna carry low kick. He has to bring it, or else Snorlax beats him. So we got double berries over here. Feeling hungry today. We also have the Pew, Tapu Bulu with the Choice Scarf. Pretty much, if we predict correctly, something's gonna go down. It takes a lot of damage, and I'm okay with that. Then we have double Scarfers over here. We've got Pew with the Mr. Mind Choice Scarf Technician, Hidden Power Ground, Psychic, and Gleam. The Gleam. Pretty much, it does stuff. It actually has a pretty good matchup in this battle. A lot of his mons are weak to either Psychic, Fairy type, or Ground, so that works out pretty good. We can get something tricked and play some shenanigans. So let's just jump right into this battle. He is bringing in the Romby, the Garchomp, the Weavile, Magneton, Arcanine, Crobat. So Mr. Mine actually has a pretty good matchup in this battle. It puts in a lot of work. It really puts in a lot of work. And that's surprising. Whenever you hear Mr. Mine, that is the face of death right there. I'm going to lead up with Starry because I'm predicting to lead with Chomp. If it's Scarf, then I know what it is. If it's not, then I just take some damage, and I'll gladly trade an Ice Beam for rocks on my side. So we're just gonna go for the Ice Beam, scatter what it is. So it might not be Scarfed, probably not Scarf, it's not Yachi, and he makes a mean double over here, as I'm gonna go right into Pew, and that does 12% on a non-invested Kappening. So fortunately for us, we can set up our spikes and keep on applying a lot of pressure. So with spikes up, that really puts us on a good spot right there. I can go for a curse right now. And now the beast is in the building. The beast is looking pretty mean right now. That does 34%, decent damage, but we take down this Romby right now, and the big threat is gone. Now the bigger threat is here, and this is what we drew up on the board. We're just gonna go for the return, knock this thing out. Not a goat. Yeah, definitely, I definitely agree. Not a goat. And goat to dog is here, which means we can just go for a rest. No way that Flarbits is taking us down, especially with a +1 defense. And we can just go for the rest talks over here, but unfortunately I misclicked over here. I clicked rest, and he has taunt, which is a pretty good move on his part, but now I can just go for return, get some mean damage off of this thing, and that's only doing 17%, so I can easily take this thing down and keep on applying a lot of pressure. I decide to go for a curse, and we're looking pretty mean where Snorlax could potentially sweep, but I decide, you know what, let's stay relatively healthy. I'm gonna go for a rest, and most likely I can probably get a return or curse or something going on, but he does get the Spadef drop, and I'm like, alright, I'm gonna get a return over here, but get a rest once more, double times, and I decided, okay, that's doing a lot more damage, and I'm like, alright, this time we have to get a return, but I get a rest for the third time, so I gotta switch out, go right into my Pew, and he gets a crit over here, which is, you know, that's about one for you, as I can finally knock out this thing. Fortunately, Snorlax can come back in and do stuff. That's all I wanted Snorlax to do, is just sweep. And this explains why that crit did so much. I'm like, oh dang, that does so much damage. I gotta switch out, go right into my Pew, and take this Earthquake easily. As I predict him to switch out, but he actually stays in and goes for the hidden power or something. So that was an interesting play right there, as I wasn't expecting him to do that. I'm locked into Stone Edge, so I have to go into the OG Pew and simply knock something out over here, because Hydro Pump actually does that. And I'm just gonna get rid of these rocks. These rocks are relatively annoying, and actually I just decide I'm not gonna go for the rock thing. Nope. He makes a good switch. So I'm gonna go for the Rapid Spin and finally get rid of these rocks, as he goes for a Flare Blitz, and I simply can just fire off or switch off into Snorlax over here, my Pew, and easily eat this up. He gets a crit, and I decide, alright, now it's time. I gotta go for a rest, go for another curse, and we gotta see what happens over there. I knew I can live this. I lost track of how many turns I was asleep for, and you know, that's life for you. You lose track. So at this moment, I'm like, alright, I'm clicking Sleep Talk. I'm seeing what happens. What is happening? What's gonna be popping? But I get a return, and that's the one time I didn't want a return. I wanted curse or rest or something like that. So Brave Bird's gonna be doing a mean amount of damage, 37%, and I end up getting a curse over here, which is nice and spiffy. And this is the moment I should have just clicked return, got a bit greedy, and clicked rest. As Brave Bird does 23%, and we do 65, which is nice. So I decided, let's risk the roll. He does enough damage to take me down, and I'm like, oh dang, the dream is dead. But we've got a new dream. We've got Pew to finish off this match, and the Face of Death does it for us. So we win a 5-0 victory over the Atlantic Sharks, and we are no longer in the basement anymore, which is fantastic. That is great. And yeah, anywho, be sure to smash that like and sub to the channel, and continue on supporting this team. I like this team now, what it is. We can try some new mons, particularly Tapu Bulu. I've always wanted to try it out, and we can bring things like Mr. Mime. Aw yeah. Anywho, thank you so much for watching. Houdini's greeting you out, so have yourselves a good day. Peace.